I call this meeting of the October 22nd Blue Springs Planning Commission meeting to order. Would you all please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, well, I want to welcome everyone who's here tonight and all of you who are watching us at home and on YouTube. And briefly go over our agenda for this evening. We have our consent agenda, which consists of the October 8th minutes, which we do have some corrections to make on those minutes. And then the preliminary plat, the final plat, and preliminary plat and final plat for Casey Bobcat. And then we'll go to other business, and then we'll be done for the night. So briefly, would you like to tell us about the corrections on the minutes, please?
Yes. Page 6 of 11, we need to add the word wash, car wash. Page 9 of 11, the vote, Commissioner Graham voted no, and it says A. So the approved for denial vote is correct. And then page 4 of 11, Econo Lodge was misspelled, and we will correct that as well.
Okay. So I would entertain a motion to accept the minutes as amended.
I so move.
Senator Banks. Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes have been approved. And we'll move on to the preliminary and final plat for Casey Bobcat. And Mr. Jury, I believe you're up.
Thank you. Planning Commission. Let me pull this up real quick. Before you today is the Casey Bobcat. Again, the preliminary plat and final plat for this site. It's about 6 acres located on the south side of 480 Highway, about 1,500 feet east of Southeast Adams Dairy Parkway. Zoned LI ADPO, Light Industrial Adams Dairy Parkway Overlay, which was recently rezoned and annexed not too long ago, actually. Currently undeveloped. So I guess I'll go over a couple things, preliminary plat and the final plat, and just go over them both together and make one presentation. As far as lot size and setback requirements, staff does meet the lot size and frontage width requirements. This proposed lot, the one lot that's 6 acres large, and staff does believe that with this size of a lot that they can easily meet the exterior and side and rear setbacks for whatever building that they propose. Street improvements were not required along 40 Highway. They are proposing to have an off-site cross-access agreement with the property to the east of them, and there will be a requirement that this cross-access easement document must be submitted before, or the draft must be submitted to staff before City Council approval of the final plat, and they should also record the cross-access easement with the county before building permits are approved. Part of the reasoning is because there's a limit to no access along the entire 40 highway frontage, and if they don't have that cross-access agreement in place, then they wouldn't have access to 40 highway. Sidewalk improvements, they are required to have a ADA compliant sidewalk along 40 highway, and this will be installed and required by MoDOT, or installed as required by MoDOT. As for public utilities and easements, they are showing that there is a utility easement along the exterior of the property. And then also one slight change that will need to be made before City Council approves this is the landscape easement and building line dedication language on the left side of the page here will need to be removed since they aren't dedicating either of those, since those are no longer required to be shown on final plats. The stormwater improvements, they are, like the cross-access easement, going to provide stormwater off-site, and that'll be coordinated with the property to the east and south of them, which is all one property. The stormwater report will need to be submitted to Public Works prior to the final plat approval, and they'll need draft language for that drainage easement as well submitted, the offsite drainage easement submitted to Public Works. And then before building permit approval, we will require the recorded copies of those easements to be recorded at the county. Beyond that, just our generic building permit issuance, or prior to building permit issuance, the final plat and all the other required documentation of the easements must be recorded and returned to the City of Blue Springs. So with that, staff does recommend approval of the final plat and the preliminary plat with the 4 conditions. And I'll stand for any questions.
Are there any questions for staff? Mr. Jury, I've just got one question. That ADA sidewalk, is that actually going to be on property or in the right of way?
They are showing a pedestrian access easement on their property, and that's where the sidewalk.
Because that right of way is so wide, it'll be.
I don't know if the engineer who's here might be able to answer that question.
Okay. Does it matter? Can it be on either or?
MoDOT's okay with either side. As long as there's an actual easement that allows the sidewalk to be there, in which they are showing that pedestrian access easement in the language.
Right now, there's not anything on either side that it would connect to, right?
No.
Thank you. Any other questions? Would the applicant like to come forward?
Jeremy Powell, CWM, 3200 South State Route 291, Independence, Missouri. Not much to add. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Do we have any questions? Okay, thank you. Okay, we need to vote on these 2 items separately. So first, we will look at the preliminary plat. And if there are no further questions or comments, I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I move the preliminary plat PP 09186599 for Kansas City Bobcat with 4 conditions be approved as submitted.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the preliminary plat has been approved, and we'll move to the final plat.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I move that final plat PF 09186600 for Kansas City, or KC, sorry, Bobcat be approved as submitted along with the 4 conditions that were stipulated beforehand.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that, being a final plat, will go on to the City Council on November 5th at 6 p.m. And that brings us to other business for this evening.
Next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, November 13th. And we do have agenda items.
So note that, everyone, Tuesday, not Monday. Anything else from staff?
Just wanted to let everyone know that the APA Bi-State Conference is this week down at the Intercontinental Hotel on the Plaza, and staff will be there. At least one of us will be there all 3 days. It's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. And I believe Commissioners Veal and Fairbanks are joining us this year. So look forward to that, and we'll report back any nuggets of wisdom or cool presentations and let you guys know how the conference goes.
We look forward to hearing.
Thank you.
I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that, again, we've got something going on this weekend downtown. We have, for the kids, from 10 to 12 on Saturday, the annual downtown trick-or-treat. Bring everyone down. And on Saturday evening, for the grown-ups, we have the 2nd annual scavenger hunt and pub crawl from 7 to 10. So those tickets are available at the Downtown Alive website. So
How did you do with your chili dinner?
I think we did very well. I think we were down just a couple from last year, but we had a nice crowd and everybody had a good time. And we got the depot open. So if the depot is open now on Thursdays and Sundays in the afternoon, and please come by and see it if you haven't already been over. So that, I think, finished, unless anyone else has anything, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.